Welcome back to Two-Way Radio Shop. My name's Neve and in today's video we're doing a battle of the radios. So we're going to be doing two of the best radios that are on the market at the moment, which is these. This is the Hytera HP785 and this is the Motorola R7 full keypad premium. Basically in today's video we're just going to see how these two devices compare against each other and kind of weigh up which one we think's best. On our channel already we have unboxing and feature reviews for both of these devices, which I will link in the description down below if you want to check those out first. In the red corner we have fighter number one, the Motorola R7. This is the latest release from Motorola. It's a digital portable two-way radio that offers loud, clear and customizable audio in a rugged, dependable and connected device. The R7 series comes in two form factors: the keypad version, which we have here, and a non-keypad version. In the blue corner we have fighter number two, which is the HP785. Again, this is one of the latest releases from Hytera and it forms part of the Hytera H series. The H series are professional digital two-way radios aimed at business use. The HP785 offers reliable communication with loud and clear audio, powerful battery and ease of use across multiple industries. For our battle today we're going to be judging these two devices on 5 key criteria. Criteria number 1 is design and build. Criteria number 2 is performance. Criteria number 3 are the features that the devices have. 4 is durability and resistance, and 5 is going to be value for money. The first category that we're going to be judging today is design and build. So first things first, how comfortable are these radios to hold in your hand? So I'm quite a small person and I can fit both these radios in my hand quite easily. Looking at them side by side, we can see that the HP785 is slightly slimmer than the R7. So for me personally, it's slightly easier for me to hold the HP785. In terms of actual design, they look really similar. If I turn them over here, they've both got one programmable button here at the top, a textured push to talk button here just below it, and then 2 programmable buttons here. On the front, they both have a keyboard style with programmable buttons here and here. They both have a orange emergency button on the top, and then both have a accessory port connector here on the right hand side, and then they both have belt clips on the back. On the R7 it has the traditional on, off and volume knob here, and then this one is the channel selector knob. On the HP785 it is slightly different. It has one knob just here, which you turn the radio on by pressing in the red button, and then this is a volume switch, and then if you click it in once it changes to a channel selector switch. So the one on the R7 is obviously more traditional and the one on the Hytera may take some getting used to. In terms of which one's better, it's probably just personal preference. The Motorola R7 weighs 316 grams, whereas the Hytera HP785 weighs 310. So not a lot really in weight difference, so it's not going to make a drastic change that this one's 6 grams lighter when you're carrying them around throughout a whole shift. I am going to go ahead and turn both the devices on. So like I said with the R7, it's just the traditional on off volume button here on the left. So I'll leave that one to turn on. With the Hytera we just hold in this red key here and it'll turn the radio on. So we have got both of these devices programmed to our demo channel just for this video. Next we're going to look at the user interface of the two devices. So screen, display, visibility and readability, all that good stuff. As you can see, they both have a 2.4 inch high impact colour display. The actual menus on the two devices are very similar. They've got basically all of the same quick access tools as each other, but just like in different places. In terms of the actual navigation, that's exactly in the same place. If you use a keypad two-way radio already, you'll be used to this, but they don't have a select button in the centre of the navigational buttons like you'd be used to on a phone, or something like that. So on the HP, you actually click this top left button to confirm to select something. On the R7, you can just click this button that says OK. So if you don't already use keypad two-way radios, that can take a little bit of getting used to, but once you are used to it, it's completely fine. It comes as like second nature. If you leave the R7 for a little bit, it goes into dark mode like this, which is just kind of like a power saving mode, which helps stop drain the battery. In terms of size of the devices, the R7 is 132mm by 56mm by 35mm, and the HP is 132mm by 55mm by 29.5mm. So the HP785 is slightly slimmer, slightly smaller than the R7. So in terms of who wins the first category, I would have to say that it's a draw. They both are designed and built very similarly. There's only small differences here and there. I prefer where the emergency button is on the HP785, but I do prefer the two volume and channel knobs on the R7. So for overall build and design, it's going to be a draw. Moving on to category 2, which is the performance of the two devices. Starting with receiver sensitivity rating, which has a massive influence on the range of the device. The R7 has a 0.14 microvolt receiver sensitivity rating, and the HP785 has a 0.18 microvolt receiver sensitivity rating. So what that means is that the R7 should have a increased range and coverage compared to the HP785. So when you can pick up a smaller or weaker signal, that increases the overall range and coverage of the device. Next, we're going to go over the audio quality and audio features of the R7. I'm going to turn the volume of the device all the way up so that you can hear how loud it is when I press the push to talk button. The R7 has adaptive dual microphone noise suppression technology, so it has a microphone here on the front of the device, and then it also has a microphone here on the back of the device, and the microphone on the front works to listen to the sound of the user's voice, and then the microphone on the back is listening for ambient noise, and then the RADIOS technology works together to enhance the user's voice and cancel out the ambient noise so that your voice is the loudest thing that's being transmitted on the other side. This is great for industries where you're working in very, very noisy environments, like trying to communicate over machinery or over loud crowds or something like that. R7 also has automatic acoustic feedback suppression, which means that if you're in the same vicinity as another radio, you won't get that howling sound that you can get when sometimes you bring two radios too close together. Moving on to the Hytera HP785, I'm going to do the same thing and turn the volume all the way up, and then press the push to talk so you can see how loud it is. So it doesn't quite sound as loud as the R7. Shall I do them side by side so we can have a comparison? Still loud, but it's not as loud as the R7 is. The HP785 also has AI-based noise cancellation technology, which can decrease up to 30 decibels of background noise and howling. Again, this would be really useful in an environment where you need to talk over something really loud, like an airport, if you need to talk over planes going overhead. We can test the two devices side by side, do kind of like an audio test if you'd like us to in another video. Underneath the keypads on both of the devices is a front-facing loudspeaker. The R7 has been engineered to deliver 102 phones straight out of the box, and it can also be programmed up to a loudness of 107 phones, which is extremely loud. One of the coolest things about the HP785 speaker is that it's been designed using water potting technology, so that basically means that if any liquid has been able to get into the speaker cavity on the device, when you hold the radio up like this, it will drain the water out, and it'll do this without deteriorating the audio quality. Sometimes when water gets stuck in there, it can really affect the clarity and loudness of the device. At the end of category 2, I think that the R7 has definitely outperformed the HP785, and that's mainly due to the audio capabilities of the device and the loudness level that we can hear when we press that push to talk. And also it has a increased range and coverage compared to the HP785. They both perform pretty well, but I do think that the R7 takes this round. The next category that we're going to be comparing the two devices on is category 3, and that is the features on the devices. The R7 series has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 5.2 for fast and secure connectivity. The HP785 has built-in Bluetooth 5 and Wi-Fi. I forgot to say with the R7 it comes as standard with the premium, and there are optional upgrades with the capable. Both devices have man down features, and both devices have the emergency button.
Category number 4 is durability. The Motorola R7 is IP66 and IP68 tested against water and dust ingression. Motorola does claim that the R7 can be submerged in up to 2 meters of water for up to 2 hours. Although we wouldn't recommend testing this yourself, it's great to know that this will work in like wet and rainy environments. The R7's also been tested to withstand under direct impact from a highly pressurised water source like a jet. The Hytera HP785 is also IP68 rated against water and dust ingression, and it's also been tested to withstand direct impact from a highly pressurised water source. Both devices have been tested to military standard G. The HP785 has been drop tested onto concrete of up to 2 meters. They both have an operating temperature range of between -30 degrees and 60 degrees, and they both come with 2-year manufacturer's warranty.
The last category that we're going to be comparing these two devices on is price and value for money. So the Motorola Premium full keypad is currently retails at £650, whereas the Hytera HP785 currently retails for £378. They are both good value for money. I mean, they both would work extremely well within the same industries such as manufacturing, events management, utilities, renewable energy. They've both got many of the same features. They pretty much perform the same. I mean, the Motorola R7 has better audio capabilities, and it's a more rugged device, which you would expect for more money, but the Hytera HP785 will do pretty much all of the same functions, but it just doesn't perform as well. It's almost half the price of the Motorola one. In terms of value for money, because they both perform very similarly, I do think the Hytera one might be slightly better value for money, but I don't think that it will last as long as the R7. If loud, clear audio in a rugged, dependable device is important to you, if you have the money to invest in the Motorola R7 because it is more expensive, then we do think that this device performs slightly better than the Hytera HP785. But if you don't have the money, the Hytera one is a great alternative. But in terms of performance of the two devices, durability, coverage and range, we would be confident suggesting both of these devices to our clients. And that brings us to the end of today's video. We really hope that you've enjoyed watching today, and as always, if you did enjoy, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We put out educational and sometimes entertaining two-way radio content every other week. So thank you for watching. If there's anything else that you'd like to see from us, don't forget to leave it down in the comments below, and we will see you in our next video. Thank you.